Alright, so today we're going to be working on a Summoner's War Chronicles Nat 5-star tier list. I do have some other units mixed into this tier list, just like general 3-star and 4-star PvE units that are good to build, that are pretty much guaranteed to get. We've got like Chloe, Regal, Igmanodon, Colleen, Bernard, Konamiya, Naomi, etc. They're not great, but some of them are. So we'll start, and I did like make it separately just so I would know what I was doing. So I already have built the tier list, and I'm just finishing what I have and putting together in the video while doing some explanation. So to start, this is going to be both PvP and PvE. So this is just catered towards like general new players and what you should attempt to build if you have it, or returning players to get your account online and start your progression. So Vertihile is S tier. He's very good at raid support and brings some decent damage if you build him that way, but nothing great. That's not the goal. However, Argon is the best PvE damage dealer in the game practically, up there with Tessarian, who we're gonna put in the S tier as well. Um, Other core basic S tier units we're gonna have are gonna be like Bastet and um, Ariel, Juno. Where's Juno? Juno's gonna be in the S tier. Currently, with their release date, the Fire and Water Paladins are both S tier as well. And then we're going to put the collab units, Genos and Narinha, are going to be an S tier as well, because they're insane. And then, of course, last but not least, Galleon is pretty much like an alternative to Bestet. That's higher damage, lower survivability, wherever he's at. Then we'll move on to, after that, like we know the S tier, we'll just start going through everything individually now. So, we'll start with Alicia. We're gonna put into where do I have her? Have her in B tier. She's good for Trial of Ascension or Tower of Ascension. Helps clear that really quickly and helps you progress in that. I'm gonna put Tiana in the B tier as well because she's actually very good for certain endgame PvE content and PvP content. Uh, Brandia, we're gonna put there as well. They're all quite good. Polar Queen, you can't go wrong with. We're going to put Kumar in the A tier as well as Ritesh. Ritesh could be a B tier, but he's a very solid healer. Chandra, we're going to go C tier. He is very niche and could easily be B tier with Soletta coming out and being very strong because he's very good at keeping your summoner alive. But there are better options to do if you're looking for like a kind of supporty tank like Chow, or not Chow, but Water Beetle Knight is also good, that fills a very similar role. We'll put them in the same tier because it's just not something you really want to prioritize right now for building your team. We're going to put Fire Magic Knight in C. I think Water Magic Knight is quite good. I'm going to put it in B tier. Um, might be C, might be A, but I think she's quite good. We're going to put Lupinus in A tier because she is an assassin, and that's quite powerful to have, especially with the effects that she has. Fire Mermaid, we're going to put into, I believe I have her in C tier. Just doesn't really bring what you want. Water Mermaid we'll put in B. Could be A. We're going to leave her in B for now. Is that where I have her? I have her in C. Yeah, C for now. Wind, garbage. Vanessa could be C tier. There's an argument for D tier. It's really personal preference. Right now, I think we're gonna leave her in C tier because the passive revive is nice. Whatever it is, I don't know if it's passive in this game, but it has like an attack buff and an attack break or defense break. Camila, we're gonna put in B tier. I have her at B tier. She's used in a lot of PvE or PvP and PvE as a water tank. She's quite good for that. Got her in D tier. Weasel, we're gonna put in C tier. He's a good damage source, but nothing great. We're gonna go B for Sekhmet, Great Stripper. I'm actually gonna do that for Hathor as well because sleep is quite decent. There's just not many sources of it. She has a lot of CC. It's like 7-second CCs, which breaks if they get hit 5 times, but it's still very good. Like very good mana control and stuff too. Cooldown control. Fire Monkey, we're gonna put in C. Water, probably D. He could be C. We will throw him in C for now because he can't pop off. We're gonna put Wind Monkey in. I think I have him in A tier. Yeah, we're gonna put him in A tier because he sees a lot of PvP usage. The PvP unit can be used in PvE. Still quite solid. I'm gonna go D for these. They're not great. Shimate, however, is gonna be up there. We're gonna put him in B tier for Stripper. Fire Archangel is gonna go straight to C, I think is where I'm putting him. Wind, we're gonna do probably D tier. I don't think he's worth building. Then go C tier for Rika. We'll go probably A for Annabelle. She's quite good. That healing and that defense break is very nice. Charlotte, we're gonna go probably B. It's better than Rika, but not as good as Annabelle. Fire, just not high elemental. What is this? Whatever it is. What are these units called? I forget. We're gonna put her in C tier. We're gonna put water in I think B. Pretty useful right now. D tier for wind, useless. No, D tier. That's Delphi. She's gonna go B tier, I think too. I was thinking of mermaid. Sorry. Songfei is quite good. We'll put him B or A. Probably B, because there's better healer sources. And cleansers like Juno, Ariel. These two around. We'll put Molongs in D tier. Whatever this dude's name is, I think he's probably A tier. He's quite good as a disruptive tank. Theomars, we're gonna go into A tier. We'll put a Kamamir in C tier. D. He goes C. He sees a lot of use in PvP. We'll put him in B tier. He's arguably A tier. We could throw him in A tier because he has used in quite a lot of comps. We'll keep chilling in C tier. I think he's good there. Jokers, D, D, D. Couple farmers. I think Malaka's decent. Keep an eye on him. Then I think we're here. B for that one, and then C for Lagmaran because he is better than Rakan. I think while he's decent, we'll probably put her in C tier. What do I have her? I have her in A tier. A tier or B tier. You could put her in either one. Wind, water, I'm gonna put in D tier. Just so I'll put in C. I think probably B for her. Just because she's not all that much better. She has an attack buff and I think a defense break, which is nice. Those are bad. We'll go B tier for him. He used to be better, but there's other things like that can ignore damage reduction effects. So quite useful to have. Not worth building. The pioneers are decent. I think there's an argument to be made for all of them, and I think they all kind of end up in the same tier because of that. because they're all used in different methods pretty evenly to effectiveness. For Fire Beetle Knight, we're going to put it in B. Wind, we're going to put in A. It's very good in PvP. Both of them are. They're not really going to be used in PvE much. More PvP. I'm going to go D tier. You could put C tier for Fire Hell Lady, but she's just not great. Water, I think, is decent. We can go P, B, possibly C tier. Wind, we're going to go A tier. It's very useful. Fire and water vampire hunters are going to go straight to A tier, and Wind's going to go to D tier. I think we're going to put Praha in B tier. It's quite useful for like that huge turning the fights. Sura is going to go B tier probably as well. Could be C tier, but I think she's still good enough to be a B tier unit. Where do I have her on my tier list that I made? Like I said, I went through and I made this, so I just want to go off of that for most of it. You have her B tier with... Where did I put Praha? I put Praha B tier as well, yeah, so that works. That checks. I'm gonna put... I don't know where to place her. It's very difficult to place, but I'm gonna go B4. Where did I put them? I think I did that one in B, and the wind one, I think I put in B as well, Orang. Yeah, I don't know these units that well because I don't have any of them. We'll move past that. These two we're gonna put in C tier, and wind. Or no, this one's gonna go up, so probably B, and wind will go in C. Where did I put this wind Ninetales? But I can't find it in my list. I think I put it in B tier though. That was iffy. Dude, I don't see it. Whatever. We'll put in B. I think Chow earns a spot there too. Maybe C, but I think we're keeping in B. Or not Leo. Whatever his name is. Fire Dragonite. And yeah, I put her in C. I just found her. Okay, so the boomerangs and chakrams, I think are interesting. We'll touch on those right after we do the Wind Paladin. I'm gonna put into probably A tier. I think all the paladins are really strong. A tier unless you have aerial, then B tier. But we'll be for an A tier. Okay, so now we'll touch on these. So the strongest ones you're gonna have are gonna be Sabrina. Sabrina I'm gonna put in A tier. And then I'm going to put Shayna in B tier. I think that's the combo you should go for, is Shayna Sabrina. Yeah, I think that's what these two are. Fire Chakram and Wind Water Boomerang. I think all the rest get a spot in C tier. So you can just put them all in C tier. They're not bad to have. And C tier is like niche, so it's decent some places, but you've got to have the right stuff. And also like burn units can be technically in C tier, but I think there's better comps for burn, like just going Juno and Ophelia together with whatever. And then, so we've got like, I'm gonna put the 3 and 4 stars in order of like how important they are to have. So like these 6, just build them. Probably T on 2. It's like the reviver if you're gonna get a reviver. And then the rest can go into B tier. They're all right. Nothing super special. Then we have the collab units. So we have the 2 in S tier, and then we're gonna put Garo in A tier, and then we're gonna put B, 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 and last they're gonna go in C tier. I think they're pretty niche. This is gonna be our completed tier list. So like this S tier is gonna be your like must builds. You're gonna use them somewhere. Go ahead and build them. This could be argued to be A tier because it's not good enough to be at the top of S tier. So we're gonna move it down, like down here. We're gonna move. Let's organize this a little bit. So like you're gonna build these 100% of the time. Um, Probably that. Like that. Your A tier is going to be, you won't regret building them. It might never be your number one priority if you have an S tier unit, but you'll never regret building an A tier unit. They'll always find use, whether it's in Siege or in PvP or certain dungeons. A lot of these are very useful in certain PvE, so like Theomars, Wendy, uh, the both Vampire Hunters, and all the 3 stars and 4 stars, as well as Lupinus. All very useful for PvE. And then we'll have our B tier. Some of these have a niche where they're very strong. Not necessarily the strongest. They could be outclassed by LD units or the S tier units, but it still doesn't discourage using them, and they're definitely good to build for certain things. Just know what you're going to build them for. C tier is going to be our niche. So if you are looking for a team that is specific to these units, I think you'll be able to build them and put them to good use. And then D tier, I don't really think there's a reason to build most of the D tier units. There are certain experimental team comps you could use them with, but I don't think there's anything that's really... I think any role that they'll fill, someone else will fill better. Alright, thanks. Any questions? Just, yeah, I guess leave a comment or something. Subscribe. I might be doing this more. I don't know. Never really done YouTube before. Thanks. Bye.